Nipah! Welcome back, everybody. It's time for Rika Fruity Simulator 25, aka the Daily Nipah. There's been an update to Rika Fruity Simulator 25, and you, yourself out there, can get it at socksbaitpeoplesexy.itch.io. And I'm excited to see what the what this new update has to offer. It's very specific to a specific part of it, so we'll see when we get there. Hello, Blank. Let's see how Rika's doing today. Yep. Rika came in from the woods back home to, I think, use the bathroom or something. Alright. That's understandable. Miracle. Alright. Well, if that would have happened, I would have probably lost my shit, but, hold on to your butts. The last two seasons were over 10,000. Who knows what's gonna happen this season? Hey, sometimes you just gotta get the Rika Fruity message out there. What's a kneecap compared to Rika Fruity exploding every day, huh? Look at her. She says, please download my game today. Anything else is a skill issue? Ha! Hey, Percolator Benny, how's it going? Ba-da-ba-da-ba-bum-bum. Good to see you all today. Rika Farude. Rika is also very happy to see everybody today. The brief time she sees everyone before she explodes, of course. A lot of mouse nose right now. Boof. Whoa, whoa, oh. Ah, game, you tricked me! That's just mean. That's just mean. Come on, game. Grinding in, 9. Nice. Oh, no, never mind. That's not 9. That's 14. Plus, that'd have been 4, not fucking 9, you dingus. Sounds good. Sounds fun. I never did the MMOs. 14. I think I might like it. Like, I hear 14 was better than 11. Not at launch, but I hear it is now. That's a triple-double. Oh, yeah. I remember, the launch for 14 being really bad. Like, besides, have you heard of the critically acclaimed RPG Final Fantasy XIV? With an expanded free trial, which you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward expansion, up to level 60 for free with no restrictions on playtime. And that's a straight. I have not heard that. That sounds frightening. It sounds something that can consume my life. Excuse me, you mean a gay? Oh my god. Whoever was, yeah, that's what killing blow. Yeah, that's the one thing I remember about 14 is when it launched was not good. Like, not good at all. But I'm glad that they stuck with it to make it a good thing that people really enjoy. I still find it very weird to turn a main series game into an MMO. They unlaunched it. And made the unlaunch canonical? That's actually really awesome. Guest MMO ever. That's actually incredible. God, don't get me playing MMOs, y'all. You know what that's gonna do to me. I'm gonna never put that shit down. It's gonna be just Final Fantasy 14 for 19 hours a day. Hey, the free trial, you can't even talk to people? Wait, really? Is that sort of the free playing terms? Like, it would have been fun to be there, except, you know, you had to play a really bad game for it, yeah. I'm okay with the story aspect of this. I am A-okay with the story aspect. Knowing it now than being there at launch. If I'd have been there at launch and I got burned that badly, I'd never play that game again. I would have been so annoyed. Oh, that is a triple-double. That's sneaky, Rika. You're sneaky sometimes. You wino. Let me look this shit up on... Let me get this on Steam, right? I mean, it costs $20 to buy it, and you have to pay a monthly fee? Is this true? Well, this definitely has the Final Fantasy look all over it. Going over 30 million people. That's a lot of people. Notice, includes 30-day free trial period for all newly created accounts. Service accounts. User registration and service subscription are required to play the game. Okay. Heaven of the Dark Abyss. Long did I toil, learning the lore, riding chocobos across vast plains to find rare fish and cook them, fighting dragons so I got a new hat. The grind. The grind. Yeah. Hey, sometimes they do the good grind. So you pay 60 and you... This is always my problem with this. Oh my goodness, it's a triple-double. Like, if it's something I have to pay every month to, I feel like a base service fee to purchase the game is a bit much. Especially if it's like $15 a month. Like, you're getting 4 months of stuff is getting you as much as the purchase would have been. Oh. The relaunch... But the relaunch was like, this is how you fix a bad game. They made a major story event of it over several patches. The moon about to crash, and every patch it would get closer and be a little bigger in the skybox. Until finally the servers just went dead and everyone was linked to the cinematic for the relaunch instead. That's great. That's really great. Like, maybe I'm being a bit too... I don't know, penny pinching's not the good word, because there's no pennies to pinch. Just... unless Penny comes over. But, it always bothers me when you have to buy a game and buy a monthly fee. This is what things like... Ugh. I mean, Overwatch 2 has been shit forever, but, like... The game is still free. which you can supplement with the battle pass and skins and stuff like that. If you want to give money to them. I don't think this is the same thing. This is more specific MMO live service. I still think it should just be incredibly cheap or just free for you to download, and then you pay for the monthly service. Because, like, once you get somebody hooked on that game, they're not going anywhere. And I feel like you'd hook a lot more people if you just made it free. And you're going to make a lot more money that way, too. You get a lot bigger player base going. Everyone... Yeah, I guess that's true, Skilly Blow. Give everyone an apology about making a shit start and restart the world with a whole new UI system and story. That's good. That means they care. They actually care, which is nice. No, I get it. And I get them getting money for their product. This is a personal thing that's annoyed me since WoW began. When it first started, it was like $40 or $60. Then you had to pay a 15-month fee or something like that. Like, I looked at it, I was like, why would you pay that much money? I mean, obviously, there's a lot more to an MMO than your typical game. I wasn't really aware of MMOs back then. But that thought process never left my side. Like, why do you have to pay full price for a game? You have to pay $15 every month, unless they put an insane amount of work into every month where it feels like it, you know... Which, in Final Fantasy XIV's case, sounds like it's right. Bought the base game, and it usually came with 1 month sub, and then you had to pay the sub too. Yep. Yeah. See, that always bothered me. What's up, Torin? That always bothered me. That's why I never originally got into MMOs. And then I got into Guild Wars 2 because I didn't have to pay a monthly sub. And I like that one. I liked it quite a bit. Depending on race, yeah. Oh, I'm sure it's a literal world to explore. Which is always some of the most fun stuff in Final Fantasy, is that first world, several worlds. It's good, that's good. Again, I hear lots of great things about Final Fantasy XIV. My only argument has nothing to do with the game itself, just how they come to profit off of it. It seems extra. If you're gonna do a monthly service fee, especially at $15, that's what? Oh, that's almost $200 a year. That's so much more than you're getting for any other game, but I get it that they keep coming out with stuff with it, so they need that constant money flow. I get that. But it's the initial purchase that is what bothers me more than anything. Everything but the latest expansion is basically just paying for the first month subscription because it's like $10 or something. It includes 30 days subscription. The only thing that you actually pay full price for is the latest expansion. Sure. And yeah, expansions I can get paying a decent amount for. Again, when it comes to full pricing these things, it's because you're getting all of that money every month from all of your player base. Like, let's take the 30 million, and if that's correct, 30 million times 10. We'll pay $10 bucks. That's $300 million a year. Just on that alone. Or no, it's actually more than that. That was 10 months worth, but you get what I'm saying. It's a lot of money. And that's way more than any other, like, regular game with a single server, like a single purchase price is ever gonna make. Unless they have, of course, the EA route, all the gambling shit that's in there. Or all the other packs and shit that you can spend money on. 2 CEO salaries. Oh, Lord. But again, I haven't MMO'd more than once. I know I've kind of avoided things like MMOs in my life a little bit, because I know if I get into it, I'll just not do anything else. John Football as a gacha pull? Yeah. I got the free Madden on the EA thing a year or two ago and tried it out. It's so much worse than the PS2 era ones I've played. It's so bad. That guy is just frustrating though. Well, the main bad guy. Insufferable twat. And they were getting that cash, but at least they don't sit years like so. Not dropping that line of thought. Yeah, for sure. Honestly, at this point, we get pretty good evidence and subscription models for games. Suck for profits. Every game should probably be freemium with cosmetic microtransactions to maximize profits. Yeah. John Football's rolling in his grave. It's funny, as John Madden was the Raiders coach, my favorite team for so many years. I mean, they still are. I just don't care about the NFL anymore. And John Madden was one of the best parts of listening to a football broadcast. And it was a good game for a while, and they just became... When the competition went, they still had some good releases, but it just progressively got worse and worse. Massive time sink. Yeah, the money I would have just spent on some other game, so it's not the money. It wouldn't go to either. But damn, it's easy. My time. Yeah. So sorry. Yeah, it's not been good. We went to a Super Bowl once. I remember that. Other than that, it's not been good to be a Raiders fan in the last 20 years. Oh God, it's 2025. Last 35 years. Except for the Rich Gannon seasons. The reason I don't play F14 myself, one of my friends tried to convince me every so often, but it's literally the only game he has time to play. It's just... It's one of those things I know that it's either that or I'll end up doing like my minimum stream hours and I'll be like, alright, I'm just gonna log off and do some Final Fantasy for the rest of ever. Like, no, we can't do that. This handball game. Well, it's not lower hands round ball, but it is... I like the sport of the NFL. But... it's just the NFL is shit. It feels like easily the most corrupt of any of the higher end sports here. That's so politicized. The Army is so much in it. Oh my God, it's just such a eye-rolling thing. Like, I watch sports to get away from the world, not to fucking take pride in the U.S. fucking military. Who gives a fuck? By the way, vets, you signed up to be in the military. That doesn't mean you should get special fucking privileges your whole life just because you spent 4 years training and went back home. That's such a fucking garbage sentiment. Just be prepared to wince at the damage. I've watched rugby before. I mean, I've watched them both. Like, the thing with rugby is they tend to take mostly a little more caution on their hits because they're not as padded. But they also get in the big-ass brawls, which can get really nasty. in the padding in the NFL actually makes for some really good hits, but they realized that a lot of those good hits ended with concussions, so they're trying to improve the helmet, which I think is a good thing. Oh, you know what I saw the other day, which I thought was really fucking cool? The Blazers, the NBA team, they added a little device that lets blind people live watch the game at the arena. It constantly updates them, and they have their hands on it. It constantly updates them on what's happening on the floor. And the dude's response was, "I never knew they were that fast before." And I was like, "Oh man, that's so fucking cool." And they just offer it as a service if you go to their game, that's the kind of shit that makes me happy to see. People who would not ever normally be able to enjoy such a thing can actually go to the arena. And you may say, well, why don't they just stay at home and have something? But like, I get it, but arenas have energy, and you feel that energy. I went to a Red Wings hockey game once in the playoffs. One of the coolest experiences I've had at a sporting event. This was in at least 2000 or 2001 when they were fucking super good. They had Fedorov, Yzerman, all those people. And the energy in that arena was like, I almost felt like I was getting lifted up when they were just fucking screaming there. It was so awesome. That is a triple-double. Yeah, the scrums. Anya's boxing. Add padding to protect the athletes. Great idea, but oops, turn out the padding just means heavier impacts for the other guys, so the injuries are actually worse. Yeah. That's another triple-double. Yeah, it's like, they gives you a feeling of being more aggressive, but it just turns out that it ends up hurting people even more. Like, concussions in the NFL have been such a bad thing. People have killed themselves, have broken mentally, through years of suffering in the NFL for, like, head hits and everything like that. It's really sad. Even, like, one of the best linebackers of the 90s and 2000s ended up killing themselves due to all the repeated brain damage taken over the years. So I get very, I don't know. The more I think about, like, the violence in sports, the more I'm just like, man, it just seems a little too harsh at times. And they all sign up for it, and they make lots of money. We're not talking about that. Money doesn't make injuring yourself okay. But taking further measures to prevent future concussions is a great thing. Making the padding better, making it safer. I understand why they've implemented a lot of rules in the NFL that they did to clean up some of the harsh hits that were happening, or like yanking the face mask, which can break a neck really easily. Yeah, like, you can't just, like, I get people from the 70s and 80s are like, oh, all sports are so different now, they're such pussies and all that shit. It's like, give me a break, dude. It's called learning and understanding as we get older to not, you know, end up a vegetable by 40 because you can't fucking move anymore. In the stands and pubs between the fans. It's all the cheap shots that end up being the worst. But that's just my 2 cents Neil thing. I really enjoyed watching the NFL. I probably still would if it wasn't such a disaster. But in general, sports, I just kind of go further and further away from them as an enjoyment. I kind of just mix it up a little bit. I've watched more basketball and baseball recently. I find them to be a little less absurd when it comes to the nonsense, but they're still certainly filled with so much bullshit in their own regard. I mean, I don't really seek it out much anymore. I usually just watch YouTube people talk about it and catch a game here or there, or maybe I'll watch a baseball game with Kong, because he's a big Yankees fan. Are we gonna get the miracle? Are we gonna get the new miracle? We got a new updated Rika Frude simulator, by the way, everybody. I don't know if I mentioned it already. I have, but I'm gonna mention again. Make sure to upload your Rika, Jesus Christ. Make sure to download and update your Rika Frude today. Rika Frude simulator 25. Upload and down date, got it. You know it. You know it. But yeah, Final Fantasy. I've always been a huge fan of them. When I heard 11 was going to be an MMO, I was actually pretty heartbroken the first time I heard that. I would never have the money to keep up with it, and I just don't think I really wanted to do it. Hey, Toothless Shark. I remember getting 12, though, and I like that. I haven't played it since I got it, though. I remember getting 13. Wasn't the biggest fan of that until the 3rd disc when it finally opened up. Then I was like, hey, there's a lot of good stuff in this game. I don't think 13's a bad game. I just think it could have been... It could have been a little more explory early on. A little more... It's been a while. It's a little more open, a little more options. First experience in the dress system. I did do 10-2, I think. I did it once. Another fucking triple double. Rika, what is up with the fucking triple doubles, lady? And to play any newer FF games or remakes? Well, after we do the 6-pixel remasters, I was thinking about getting over into East, because I haven't really done East yet. I've done East 3, Oath. I did that on stream. That was a lot of fun. But I've also been thinking about going past 6, of course. If we're going to go on this that's a straight. If we're going to go on this Final Fantasy journey, we might go through all of them. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I love the first 6 games to death. I was thinking about that yesterday, like, the 3D games I haven't played in quite a while. I remember loving them to death, but I haven't played them in so long, I don't know how I'd feel about them nowadays. 7 was my favorite growing up, because I played that one in MMO-worthy amount of hours, I would say. I played that game a stupid amount. It was between that and Metal Gear Solid. But those 2 games, I just never stopped playing. Yeah, the FF7, the newer one, looks really good. I've heard a lot of good things about it, too. very different. But maybe. I don't know if my computer could handle it all that well, if I'm being honest. Oh, a double triple, wow. We finally had another double triple. It tides to keep rollins. And your draw game, yeah. I remember the card... I liked the card games in those games, if I remember. Another straight. Oh, look at Rika going out today with some rolls here. I remember the card games being a lot of fun. And that you can get all the, like, different people in the game and 8 as player cards. And was that the one where you had the corner system or the number system? Can't remember. Except for 14, I'm mostly an old FF gamer. I played a ton of 5 and 4-Job Fiesta Rules, or the Randomizer. Gotta love them. Great games. I love Final Fantasy VI. The game is a bit of a mess, honestly, but I love the characters and story, and I have a lot of the older non-main series games. Nice, yeah. Agreed. I've always been a huge Final Fantasy fan. It's always been something that I've really enjoyed going through. The PlayStation games are probably what really got me into it. However, the Origins games got me back into some of the older ones. If you remember the Origin releases on the PlayStation. Origins was 1 and 2. They also had 4, 5, and 6, I want to say. I think the only one that didn't get released on PlayStation was 3, and I ended up playing all those ones, which I liked. I'd hate them now because of loading times, but I remember liking them back then. But the pixel remasters are like everything I want in an updated version. Besides the original versions, the pixel remasters are the ones I'd want to play otherwise. There's another straight. Because they're... like, they have such good quality of life features. I would say if you've never had it, play the original. Experience them first. Play the originals. And see which ones you like and which ones you don't like. And then I would say try the pixel remastered versions and see if you like them a little better, because they fix a lot of things and they make it a little easier, of course. Alright. Well, we are 1,000 fates in. We did not get another miracle. I can't wait, though. I'm so excited to see what this new ending is. Or whatever is updated at the end. I have no idea what it is. But, genuinely. But this has been another fun Daily Nipah. YouTubers, thank you so much for watching. You can get it yourself here. socksmadepeoplesexy.itch.io. Polly, our dear Polly, let's look at the credits here. Right here. Amazing individual. Lover. Great game designer. All the funsies here. Give her props. Go write a message on the itch page. Tell her how much you love the game. I might just do it again today. I don't know. I should post there every time I get a miracle, honestly. But that's going to be it today. Thank you again, YouTubers. Appreciate so much. Please like and subscribe. I'd also appreciate that. Positive vibes, y'all, and have a good night.